Chapter 5 Footprints Without Feet by H. G. Wells. We have read till now that Griffin burns his landlord's house and removes his clothes and becomes completely invisible to escape. He enters into a big store for warmth, but he oversleeps and is caught in the morning. Eager to get away from the crowded London, he took a train to the village of Epping, where he booked two rooms at the local inn. The arrival of a stranger at an inn in winter amazed the villagers. A stranger of such uncommon appearance set all tongue wagging. Mrs. Hall, the landlord's wife, made an effort to be friendly with Griffin, but he had no desire to talk and told her, "My reason for coming to Epping is desire for solitude. I do not wish to be disturbed in my work. Besides, an accident has affected my face." The stolen money did not last long, but he pretended that he was expecting a check to arrive at any moment. Griffin ran out of money and decided to rob. He made himself invisible and entered a clergyman's house. Early in the morning, the clergyman and his wife were awakened by the noises in the study. When the clergyman flung open the door, to his amazement, he heard someone asking him to surrender, but could not see anyone. Yet, the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. When Griffin came back home, he found his door wide open and the innkeeper and his wife snooping in his room. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear, and a moment later, the hat on the bedpost leapt up and dashed itself into her face. Then the bedroom chair came alive and pushed both of them out of the room. Mrs. Hall almost fell down crying. She felt sure that the room was haunted by spirits. People at Epping were sure that this stranger was behind the theft at clergyman's house and the flying chair. The suspicion grew stronger, and so they called for the village constable. But instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went straight to the scientist who had somehow mysteriously appeared from the empty bedroom. She wanted to know how he had entered a locked room. At this, the scientist grew angry and shouted at her. He threw off his bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and even nose. It took him only a minute to do this. The horrified people in the bar found themselves staring at a headless man. When the constable arrived, he was surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. So again he tried to catch the scientist. But he started throwing off one garment after the another. The constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see at all. Some people tried to help him but found themselves hit by blows that seemed to come from nowhere. In the end, Jeffers, the constable, became unconscious. There were cries of "Hold him!" but Griffin had freed himself. No one knew where to lay hand on him.